we would like to go ahead and begin your testimony. Commander Tyson, you are recognized, and welcome, sir.
Madam and Mr. Chairman and members of the Veterans Affairs Committees, on behalf of the more than 1.5 million members of the Disabled American Veterans and its auxiliary, I'm very honored to have this opportunity to testify before these committees today. Madam and Mr. Chairman, since a copy of my written testimony will be made part of the record, and because there are so many new members of this committee, I would like to use this time to share a bit more about the DAV, who we are, what we do, and how we can be of assistance to your committees. This great organization was formed because our country struggled with the painful effects of the injured and disabled veterans who returned home after World War I. Since 1920, the Disabled American Veterans has remained faithful to our sole mission of building better lives for America's disabled, wartime, service-connected disabled veterans, their families, and survivors. Part of that mission is advocating for meaningful, reasonable, and responsible public policy for service-disabled veterans. That has been what we do on a daily basis to fulfill our sacred obligation to America's brave men and women who have served in our armed forces during times of war as well as conflict. Each year, DAV's Corps of National Service Officers, all of whom are wartime service-disabled veterans themselves, represent 250,000 individuals in their claims for benefits from the VA. Among all organizations representing veterans, DAV helps by far the largest number of claimants annually, ensuring that disabled veterans and their families receive all of the benefits that they have earned through their service and sacrifices. According to a 2005 VA Inspector General's report, it was noted that the veterans not represented by a service organization did not fare as well as those who were not represented. DAV's highly trained and dedicated NSOs provide free representation to any veteran or their dependents and survivors. In a 2005 newspaper investigation, the DAV was recognized as the only organization that provided an extensive training program that qualifies our NSOs for 10 college credit hours. And I would encourage you to do your veterans in your district a large favor. Put them in touch with a DAV National Service Officer when they come to you seeking assistance. We're ready to stand by and help them. DAV also has a transition service program to provide benefits, counseling, and assistance to separating military service members. This program is a huge success in helping military members transition back to civilian life and obtain the benefits and services they have earned. Since the 1970s, the DAV has placed specially equipped mobile service officers staffed with these NSOs on the road to communities across the country to provide outreach and claims assistance to those veterans who are unable to come into our offices. These offices on wheels are in your states and districts, helping veterans, your constituents, with claims work. Equally vital to our mission and the well-being of our nation's hospitalized, sick, and disabled veterans, as the chairman said a minute ago, are more than 14,000 DAV and auxiliary members who volunteer their time at VA medical facilities. Currently, a value of $40 million is placed on what these men and women give to the VA and the veterans. Our local voluntary assistance program allows DAV volunteers to provide direct services to veterans, families, and survivors in their local communities. This may include such events as grocery shopping, home repairs, and maintenance for those housebound veterans. The DAV's National Transportation Network provides free transportation to veterans in every state and nearly every congressional district. Since the program began in 1987, the DAV has donated 2,368 vans to the VA at a cost to the DAV of more than $51 million. Additionally, more than 13 million veterans have been transported in these vans, more than 495 million miles, for a total of 27 million hours by our volunteer drivers. No one gets paid. The DAV also works in cooperation with VA to co-sponsor the annual DAV National Winter Sports Clinic. For a quarter of a century, this exceptional physical rehabilitation program, often called Miracles on the Mountainside, has transformed the lives of America's most catastrophically disabled veterans. Veterans from all eras attend this clinic, including many injured in Iraq and Afghanistan. This unique event offers many of them the inspiration to take their rehabilitation to a much higher level. Madam and Mr. Chairman, and members of these committees, I would invite you to join us and the participants at Snowmass, Colorado, and witness firsthand what this event can do for these severely disabled veterans. Another program that has helped many veterans but receives little attention is the DAV's Charitable Service Trust. Since it was established in 1986, the Trust has awarded more than $65 million in grants to provide direct services to our nation's veterans. Unfortunately, due to the VA budget shortfalls of years past, it was not uncommon for the Charitable Service Trust to receive requests from VA medical facilities for grants to purchase or repair necessary equipment for the care and treatment of sick and disabled veterans in your districts. As you can see, we, the DAV, are there to provide necessary assistance to the men and women who have protected our freedom. However, DAV and those we represent need you to help ensure that VA is properly utilizing the resources provided by Congress to provide medical care to disabled veterans. You can also help ensure that the VA is adequately staffed, training claims specialists, and that they remain focused on creating a modern, paperless veterans benefits claim system designed to decide each claim right. When I say that, I mean get it right the first time, not 2 or 3 times.